youtube.com/MayhewMayhem. That's youtube.com/MayhewMayhem.
Hello and welcome to another episode of 30 Minutes of Mayhem. I am your host, my name is Michael Mayhew, and I am here with my co-hosts.
What's up, everybody? It's me, Greg. We're addressed again by the man who is so gay that he makes Liberace wish that he was still alive.
What's up, everybody? I'm Dale. And also joining us is a woman who can grow a beard way better than what I can.
Hey everyone, it's Raven.
I don't even feel like that's an insult because you can't grow facial hair at all, Dale. Dale's a man and can't grow facial hair.
You're retarded.
I can't grow facial hair for shit either. Like, it looks like dirt on my face. I'm not gonna walk around for like months on end looking like I don't wash my face. So
It looks like dirt on my face too. So
I can grow a beard, and there's a couple places it doesn't like to grow in, but once it gets a little bit thicker, you can't tell.
remember, 30 Minutes of Mayhem is available on iTunes, Stitcher, and Spreaker. All you have to do is search MayhewMayhem, that's MayhewMayhem, and make sure to rate us 5 stars.
also, you can help us afford to continue doing the show by donating to 30 Minutes of Mayhem via PayPal. Just use the email address in the description, 30minutesofmayhem@gmail.com.
Now, who called me a retard earlier?
I think it was me.
Was it you? You got
yeah, sure, yeah.
Okay, now you do know that it is now called the R word, correct? Just like the N word. You know, you're a racist piece of shit and you have no problem with saying Niger except for not Niger. You say it with a couple G's instead of one G. Well, now it's the R word, or politically correct, mentally handicapped.
Fuck politically correct.
My apologies, sir.
I'm just saying. For instance, Dale, if a mentally handicapped person with the mentality of a 16-year-old had sex with an underage person, is the mentally handicapped person a pedophile?
I think not. If a mentally handicapped person has the mentality of a 16-year-old, but their legal age is fucking, I don't
32. Just throw it out there. First number that comes to my head.
32. Oh, with the underage person. My bad, I read that wrong.
Right. Say the mentally handicapped person.
My bad, I got it confused.
No, I'm saying is say the mentally handicapped person is like 32 years old, but they have the mentality of a 16-year-old and they have sex with somebody that actually is 16 that has the mentality of a 16-year-old. Is the 32-year-old mentally handicapped person a pedophile?
Yeah, but of course there's going to be loopholes, and they're going to say he's not. They're just going to say he's meant, like, it's almost like the whole thing of like somebody murdering somebody to be like, oh, they're insane. It's like, oh, well, then they get off the hook. So there's going to be some kind of loophole, in my opinion. But I do believe they are, due to the fact that their legal age is 32. Who cares? I mean, like, the whole mentality thing, to me, I think it's all bullshit. I mean, I can understand, like, mentally handicapped, yes. But as far as the whole, like, loopholes and, like, the justice system and all that crap, if it does go to court and there's a crime, how they always use that, I believe, is, like, total bullshit. If the person is actually, diagnosed with this, mentally handicapped.
That's what I'm saying is they are legally diagnosed, considered mentally handicapped. They happen to be numerically 32, except for their mental development stopped at the age of 16, and they are perpetually 16 years old for the rest of their life. And they happen to have sex with somebody that is numerically 16 and is not mentally handicapped. Is the mentally handicapped person a pedophile? You're saying yes?
Yes.
I don't know. This is a tough one.
That's why I think this is such a great topic, because you want to say yes, but at the same time you're like, except for Dale.
Because if he's 16, he really doesn't know anybody better, and he's running on hormones.
Exactly. That was my thought. There is, at 16 you wanted to fuck.
Right?
You just wanted to fuck. And that was what you wanted to do. I mean, I I cashed in my V card at 16. Scared out of my mind, made it happen, did it, and then I was like, you know what? This really isn't what it was all cracked up to be, but it's really nice at the same time. I'd like to do this.
Like, this is the only thing I want to do from now on.
Nah, I not so much that, but I was like, I'd like to do this quite a few more times for the rest of my life. But it wasn't like didn't want to do it every second, every day. Like every couple seconds, every day. No, but like when you're the age of 16, that's when you're just all the hormones are really raging at that point in time, and you really want to fuck.
At the same time, though, even though he's mentally 16, he should understand to some degree that he is 32 and that younger girls should be off limits.
That's a good point.
But I don't think he would if he thinks
if he's mentally handicapped, more than likely he will not get that point.
Yeah.
That he will think he's 16.
It would not register. He would stay in that same age.
Yeah.
He should be prosecuted, Dale?
Fuck yeah.
Are you being serious? Or are you trying to be a jokester?
I wouldn't say prosecuted for full amount. I mean, like I said, there will be the whole loophole thing, and they will take it easy on him due to the fact that if he is caught, and they will charge him with, as a adult, his lawyer will,
should he have to register as a pedo? Like whenever he goes anywhere, should he have to go house to house and tell them that?
No, I wouldn't go that far.
Well, if he's a pedophile, then that's what they have to do.
Yeah, if he's prosecuted, that's what they do.
Yeah, if he's a sex offender, if he gets convicted, everywhere he goes, he has to tell his neighbors that he's a pedophile and he can't live within a certain amount of distance of schools and yada yada. And I think that the whole pedophile thing is kind of different topic here, or sex offender, I guess you could say. Sex offender topic is a whole different thing, because you can be a sex offender for stupid shit. Like if you urinate in public and you happen to be within X amount of distance of while you're urinating in public, say you're shit faced and you don't know that you're within 100 yards of a school and it's 2:00 in the morning and you're taking a piss in the street while your buddy's holding you up, and then as soon as he lets go, you fall in your own piss. Cop rolls up, you're now a sex offender, and for the rest of your life you have to register as a sex offender. And all you did was piss in public at 2:00 in the morning, 100 yards from a school. There was no goddamn kids anywhere around, you know what I mean? But so that's all fucked up. So that's what really brought me to this of this thing. If the person is mentally handicapped, never in their mind goes past the age of 16.
Just running on hormones.
I feel that if they're mentally handicapped, they themselves shouldn't be prosecuted, but the people in charge of them should be prosecuted, because obviously if they have the mentality of a 16-year-old, then obviously they can't live by themselves, so they would have to have some sort of like guardian or something. So if that happened, it would be the guardian's fault for you not trying to corral the person, like trying to tell them you're not actually 16, or like just trying to tell them like you can't do this, or like just trying to keep an eye on them and keep them reined in, then they should be held accountable, not the mentally handicapped, because they don't know any better.
You don't get me, Mom. You don't get it. You don't remember what it's like to be my age.
Okay? You're ruining my life.
I am your age.
You're ruining my life. You know what? I'm going to go in here and I'm going to listen to Nirvana, okay? And I'm going to cut myself.
Jeez.
Yeah, but this justice system is so backed up that they will probably more than likely at least charge him with something.
That's true.
All right, what about the person that the mentally handicapped person is having sex with? Okay, worse.
They're the victim automatically.
Just saying, like, okay, the mentally handicapped person, we've been talking so far that the mentally handicapped person is a male, okay? So let's keep with that, then I want to flip it. So we're saying the mentally handicapped person is a male, okay? And the non-mentally handicapped person is a female.
I just have a quick question. Are we going on the fact that it was consensual sex?
Yes, consensual, completely consensual.
Okay.
And that's what I'm saying is, like, now the non-mentally handicapped person in this scenario, shouldn't she know better? Because she would know that the mentally handicapped person is actually 32.
Right. It's usually not a victim of statutory rape that reports it. It's the parents.
Right.
I don't know. It's hard to wrap your mind around if you're not really in that situation.
After giving it more thought, yeah.
Were these people dating? Hard. Were these people dating, or did they meet at a softball game or some shit?
No, let's just say they
decided to go under the bleachers and get it on.
Yeah, let's say they met at a softball game and happen to be the brother from There's Something About Mary, and they go into the bathroom and she doesn't touch his headphones and they plow.
I don't know. I'm kind of questioning, like, what normal 16-year-old would have sex with a mentally handicapped person? Wouldn't that also be considered taking advantage of someone? You're right in the head and they're not, and you're like, yeah, let's do this.
Yeah.
The question is how does
they get in trouble for it?
Also, like a mentally handicapped, like, does he even have the, I don't know,
are you
focus to have sex?
Like, are you asking if someone mentally handicapped is capable of getting and keeping an erection? And if they want to jerk off,
not just an erection, but I'm talking about like just sex and period. I mean, do they have like that focus?
I'm sure that there's depending on the degree. I'm sure there's some that, depending on how far the handicap is, they're probably not capable. But for I'm talking a functioning person enough to the extent to where
So you're talking like
if he's mentally 16, I'm pretty sure he's ready to go.
Yeah, that's what
like, are you talking like maybe autism?
No, that's
dude, I have autism and I'm not that bad.
I'm just saying there's some people that are pretty bad with autism that's not considered mentally handicapped.
Well, I mean, I'm not saying any specific, like, I'm not saying they have Down syndrome or whatever. I'm just saying something.
Mental handicap.
Yeah.
Down syndrome people can have sex.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is like I'm not saying any particular, I'm just saying just whatever it is. They could have, while in the womb or whatever, they could have had the umbilical cord wrapped around, and got oxygen deprived, and bam, there you go. You know what I mean? And not like autism or Down syndrome or anything like that. I'm talking.
I know what you mean.
In that case, like the girl being the one that's not mentally handicapped, isn't she kind of? I think Raven said, isn't she kind of taking advantage of? Shouldn't she know better?
Right.
Yeah, that's something that I didn't really think of before, but that is kind of she does raise a good point there. Like technically, if he doesn't know better and she does, that
just thinks he's getting him some pussy, and he's like, hell yeah.
He probably doesn't even get that. He's probably just like, well, whatever you're doing feels good, so don't stop doing it.
Right.
Right now, why not?
There's some wet skin on my penis, and I enjoy that. So let's flip the script. Now let's say that the mentally handicapped person that's 32, that thinks they're 16, is a female. In that situation, is she a pedophile? Fucked up with the 16-year-old guy.
There's probably some fucked. I don't know, dude. It's
same answer for me. I mean, someone's taking advantage of someone.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't change my answer at all either.
I know that 16-year-old dude, though.
The normal 16-year-old should know better. Period.
Yeah, but he's more likely going to be like, his hormones are going to be racing. He's be like, oh, yeah.
So, Dale,
smart 16-year-old wouldn't.
Yeah, we just met at this cool-ass softball game. So we're to the bleachers and get it on, and I don't ever have to see you again. Doesn't matter who you are, how old you are.
She totally wants to put her hand down my pants right now.
What if the 16-year-old boy in the scenario we were just running, what if on his sex bucket list is to have sex with a female that is mentally handicapped?
Yeah, he's fucked up.
But why?
I don't know. I don't see. The
situation would be really fucked up if the handicapped person then got in trouble for pedophilia.
Oh, yeah.
Then he took advantage of the handicapped person, and the handicapped person got in trouble.
Yeah.
That is fucked up.
I just find the situation to be messed up.
Who's in the wrong? Either scenario, who's in the wrong? The mentally handicapped person, should they be prosecuted as a sex offender? Or is the non-mentally handicapped 16-year-old in the wrong and should be prosecuted?
I don't know. That's just too hard.
I feel like the person that is not mentally handicapped should be the one that gets in trouble.
Yeah.
Because
I agree.
Because the mentally handicapped person, regardless, if they, no matter what, they always think they're 16. I mean, they would never understand the punishment. You get what I'm saying? Is they think they're 16. You cannot be like, you're a sex offender and you're gonna spend some time in jail. They wouldn't understand.
They also wouldn't understand that what just happened was consensual. He didn't force anyone, and he doesn't understand why he's in trouble. Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Yeah, I don't see what did I do wrong. They wouldn't understand what they did wrong. But the person that is not mentally handicapped completely grasps the situation. By 16,
Right.
you know about consent, and you know that, someone that's handicapped is not able, to grasp that, so you're taking advantage of them, so you're the one that's in the wrong. So, to answer the question, in my opinion, the mentally handicapped person we were using 32 as the example, that has the mentality of a 16-year-old having sex with a person that is actually 16 years old, I do not feel like the mentally handicapped person should be considered a pedophile. They should not have to register as a sex offender because they would not be able to grasp the gravity of the situation, but I feel like the person that's actually 16 should be punished to some extent. So, Dale, what's your favorite subject to talk about?
Dicks.
Oh, wow.
Since your favorite subject to talk about is dicks, and we really have to boil it down. We have to figure out who likes dicks more, you or Raven.
Dale.
I know that Raven likes dicks and vagina, and I know Dale likes dicks and vagina. And I like just solely vagina, and Greg just likes solely dicks. So I feel like
Fuck you.
I was gonna say I feel like we're all balanced out here, but okay. So Greg also likes vaginas. So I feel like we just need to have a battle royale to see between Dale and Raven to see who has the higher love of the veg and the higher love of penis. But see, there's a huge difference between penis and vagina. Well, vaginas, none of them ever look the same, but penis pretty much, they pretty much all look the same, except for the biggest difference is circumcision. Do you have a hood on your soldier or do you not? You got something covering the helmet or do you not? And
Nope.
so
I'm just gonna go ahead and answer right now.
my question is circumcision, yay or nay, and why? I'm particularly if your dick is circumcised. I'm saying if you had a son, would you get him circumcised? Would you not? Does it not
Totally.
matter? What's your thoughts?
I definitely would.
I totally would because I'm gonna think far into the future and I'm gonna think to myself, when my son finally does do, I seriously doubt a woman is gonna want to have to deal with all that extra foreskin on his dick.
I agree with the Greg. Like as like I'm not as short or anything, but like that's actually the number one cause. Like if I do have a son, when he does come of age to where he is start enjoying himself and having women,
Enjoy him
as well. I mean, some women probably do like the foreskin, or don't mind it at all. A dick is a dick, whatever. But I have a feeling that a majority of the women will probably not enjoy the foreskin, and for that could cause him to do. And I don't want to put that suffering on my son until he's of proper age.
Now, here's my thing. I want to tell my story. When I was younger, I found out that I was a lot younger. I knew I was circumcised, but I found out that circumcision was a big deal in the Jewish religion, and I got pissed off. I was like, "We're not Jewish. Why am I circumcised? Why are we thing that is not part of our religion? That doesn't make any sense. Like, why what?" And then, not too long after I found out about all that, I seen an uncircumcised dick for the first time in a porno. And I was like, thank God I do not have a sea cucumber as a penis. Because that shit is fucking gross. I'm not saying a dick is a pretty thing to look at, because it's not. But an uncircumcised Johnson looks ridiculous. That's what it's supposed to look like, but I would much rather not have that. I hear it's more pleasurable when you do have it because it covers up the head majority of the time. So when the head is actually exposed, it's not as exposed as much. So it's more sensitive because of that, because it's covered up, whatever. And I'm like, my shit's already super sensitive as it is, so I'm good with the way it is. So it's already lasts like 3 seconds, and for maybe 5 seconds as it is when I'm having sex because of how sensitive it is. What do I need? Even more sensitive? I put it in and I'm done. It's almost that as it is. I don't need my dick any more super sensitive. Like, Jesus Christ.
True.
But yeah, I would definitely get son circumcised because I am, and because I don't want him to have a sea cucumber dong. It's just fucking weird looking.
It's gross.
I'm not concerned about their sex life per se. I feel like the opposite to you guys is a majority of females do not care. There will be some that are like, ew, gross, you know what I mean? But for the most part, I feel like they're going to be like, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, that's how I feel.
Yeah.
And I mean, I have a unique perspective to this whole topic because I do not own a penis.
Yeah.
So I can't know what foreskin is like. And I've never actually even encountered a male who wasn't circumcised. But honestly, I've seen photos of uncircumcised. You can Google that shit. It's no big deal. But I mean, it's not offensive to me. It's not like it's any less or more attractive with a hood on. I'm like Mike said, I really wouldn't care either way. I do think, I mean, when I was pregnant and I thought I was having a boy, I was like hardcore debating and like talking with people about circumcision, like, because the doctor's basically going to make me do want to or not. And like, I was just like, why does this be done anyway? You come out with it, you come out of the womb with it, it's natural. Obviously, it's probably there for a reason. And I went through that whole thing in my mind too about, this is just a Jewish thing. Why do we circumcise all boys? This doesn't make any sense. If you come out of the womb with it, it's natural. It's supposed to be there. But, I mean, thank God I had a girl, because I'd still today be sitting here going, should I do it? Should I not do it? Should I just ask him if he wants to do it? Like, I have no idea. I don't have a penis, so I don't know.
Old son, do you want to have a circumcision?
You like your penis the way it is?
You want to have a
some of it off.
You want to have a circumcision? What's that? Here, Google it. They're gonna cut part of your penis off. No, I'm good. They're not gonna be, they're not gonna be like, you know what? I want somebody to take a blade and put it near my junk.
Do you like your penis the way it is, or should we go and cut some of it off? And I don't even think they put you to sleep for that shit, do they? They just snip it.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Baby boys, after they're born, they don't put them to sleep.
I had mine done when I was like newly born, so I have no idea what the.
I could not tell you.
They don't.
Mine.
They don't anesthetize or anything.
Yeah, they. I didn't spend very much time with my foreskin, so. Now, if I was like,
I can't even say I'm.
We didn't have enough time to bond. We
didn't have enough. While I was developing in the womb, and it fell out from the previous fact that it was like a vagina or whatever, and then it fell out and became balls and a dick. 26 years old, I realized that basically the foreskin is basically the hood of the clit.
Yeah.
Yep. Just clicked in my head. But anyway.
Never thought of it that way.
Yeah, it just clicked in my head just now that that's what it is.
Testicles are ovaries.
Yeah. But we're the superior sex anyway. We sacrificed a rib so that you could
blah blah blah.
And how did you repay us? Getting us kicked out of the Garden of Eden.
Why don't you go sacrifice some more ribs so you can suck yourself off? How about that?
I can't even get sucked off by a woman, so I might want to do that. Fuck it.
That's another thing to talk about. If you could suck yourself off, are you considered gay?
No, it's just masturbation. But no, a better question is, if you could suck yourself off, would you do it?
No, a better question is, would it feel you were receiving a blowjob or giving one?
Oh, Greg, nice.
If you're jerking off, you know that you're jerking off. Okay, but if you sit on your hand and get your hand completely numb and you jerk off, you can't really tell until your hand starts coming back awake. Like, jerking off and getting a hand job, two completely different feelings. So I wonder if getting a blowjob and blowing yourself would be the same concept.
Probably.
It's like, you're blowing yourself. I don't know. I would probably do it at least once, just to see what it was like. Just to see what it was like. And if I'm like, nope, not into that.
No.
My gut's too big for me to be able to reach.
He's like, trust me, I've tried. I mean, if you're sucking your own dick, that's not gay. It's like if you're jerking off, that's not gay. But if you jerked another dude off, it is. You know what I mean? So it's the same concept as far as I'm concerned. If you put it in a female's butt, it's not gay. You put it in a dude's butt, it is. Back to circumcision. Why we circumcise nowadays? I know. Back when They started doing it as an anti-masturbation thing.
Really?
Yeah, to prevent you from jerking off, we're gonna cut off part of your penis.
Didn't work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fail.
Yeah, I guess it was because
Psych.
like I said earlier, if you are not circumcised, you're more sensitive. So by removing that, it more or less when you play an instrument, you get calluses on like a stringed instrument like guitar, you get calluses on your fingers.
Yeah.
I guess that's the concept of like the head of your dick and stuff gets less sensitive than what it would be.
It kind of makes sense. Like, not fully, but like
it didn't
like
work.
in some fucked up way, it kind of makes sense.
Yeah, I think it became the standard, though. After that, it just became the standard. That's just what you do. You have a boy, you get him circumcised. I feel like it's that was rare back then, but now it's like rare to still have your foreskin. So I feel like people are trying to be hipsters, if you will, and be like, you know what? I'm going against the grain. My son is gonna have a sea cucumber, just to try to be cool, because the norm is to have a circumcision.
Really, it's all up to the parent. Like, I don't really give a shit what you do with your kid. It's have a sea cucumber dick. When they get older, then more power to you. It's just personally, I don't believe in that.
I feel like, honestly, it's the dad's choice, and unless the dad does not care. You know what I mean? Because like,
Yeah.
the mom did not go her life with a penis. She doesn't have that attachment to know, what her son is going to go through. If he's like, absolutely do not want my son circumcised, I don't feel like the mother has the right to say, I want him circumcised.
Yeah, I can agree with that. Like, it's one of those things that parents decide from themselves.
I do. I completely agree with that.
If the dad definitely, absolutely doesn't want the circumcision, then mom should be like, well, I don't have a penis, so it is your decision. Like, a decent mom would say that.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think it should, obviously they should decide together, but I feel like it's a 60-40, maybe even a 70-30 thing. You know what I mean? Because like the mom doesn't have the penis, she doesn't know what what it's like, and if he, in like my case, Dale's case, or whatever, we're all circumcised, so we're like, we wouldn't want our sons to have a sea cucumber. Or maybe somebody that isn't circumcised and they still have their foreskin. And they're like, this shit's fucking embarrassing, but I'm, in my 30s, and I'm not just going to go get it cut off now. I don't want my son to ever go through this shit, so I want him to have this shit chopped off so he doesn't have to look like he's carrying a sea cucumber between his legs. I feel like the mom shouldn't go either way with it. I feel like she should support the decision. I probably sound like a pig right now because I'm a man saying that, but I just feel like the mother doesn't have the right.
Yeah, but she's going to be like, I bore the child, all that kind of stuff. So.
And who's changing the diapers and has to clean it all the time? Because those suckers need cleaned if they're not chippy-choppied.
If I had a son, I would have absolutely no problem whatsoever cleaning shit off his balls and dick. But if I had a girl, I would have an issue with digging fucking doo-doo out of her puss.
Yeah, that's not fun.
I would not want to do that. I would seriously, unless I had no other choice, like if I was the only one with my daughter and it had to take place and the mother wasn't there, I would do it. But if the mother was anywhere to where she like, yep, doo-doo in the puss, your turn, no matter what.
That's all you.
Yeah, because it's just fucked up. You know what I mean? But like you have one of these, it is your right to dig the doo-doo out of her puss. If we had a son and he has exploding ass and if he shits so hardcore that his nuts look like malted milk balls because they're completely caked in fucking shit, I have no problem whatsoever, manhandling his little dinghy to clean it off, but I don't want to dig shit out of a puss. And that does it for this episode of 30 Minutes of Mayhem. I have been your host. My name is Michael Mayhew, and I have been here with my co-hosts,
Greg,
Dale,
and Raven.
Don't forget to check us out on iTunes, Stitcher, Spreaker, anywhere you can find us. Make sure to rate us 5 stars, leave a comment. That really helps us out. Donate to us on PayPal so we can afford to continue to do this. That would be amazing. I hope you have enjoyed this episode. Later, fellas.